Send you down trackside to Ken Squire.
Thank you very much, and a good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the site of excitement for another evening of automobile racing, featuring tonight the street stocks and the Flying Tiger division of the American Canadian Tour. We would point out to you, if you're new to the track, what means as much to these drivers as anything is the appreciation that the racing fans show for their efforts on this high bank quarter mile. Introducing first, car number 83, the winner of the Wagner Break of the Race for his outstanding performance a week ago. Let's have a nice round of applause for Brian Campbell, number 83. The championship flags flying in center field at Thunder Road. The flag of the defending track champion, the late Joey LeCaire Jr., is at stage left, number 61. Introducing the winner of the Street Stock Championship. His battle flag flying in center field. Let's have a fine ovation for his first win of the racing season for Brent Courier. And it has been a decade and a half since this gentleman won a Triple Crown. He is a former track champion of the Speedway. He won a main event about a year ago, but last Thursday night he put it on in one of the most dramatic finishes of the season, winning by about 2 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, former Thunder Road track champion, the Kentucky Colonel, and the flag is number 77 for Tom Tiller. Tom Tiller, ladies and gentlemen.
Ken, I'd like to take a minute just to thank the people that come up here every Thursday night. They're the greatest people in the world. And the other night after my win, I got out of the car and all those people cheering and everything. It really brings back memories. And I don't expect to win every race here, but it really did feel good to win one.
Good luck to you tonight, Tom. Have a great evening. Remember, Thomas Michael T-Bone Curley has 3 rules for Thunder Road. Rule number 1, have a great time. Rule number 2, be respectful to the folks around you. And if other folks are not being respectful, please let the security know. They'll do something to help you. And tell your friends about it. It's still, I don't care if it's Talladega or Daytona, this is still the best racing you're going to see anywhere for the money.
All right, thank you, Ken Squire. Wally Watson, please report to the announcer's tower. Wally Watson to the announcer's tower, please. Here on top of Corey Hill, the Chevy Thunder Thrill Show will roll out in just a short while. But first, opening round qualifier for the Allen Lumber Street Stocks, the Crunch Bunch. Those of you that have just arrived missed the excitement. First practice rounds for the street. We flipped our 12th race car of 1991 in the back straightaway. Paul Schnabel's car number 95. He's already loaded and headed for home. He said, to heck with the Chitwoods, I've had my thrill show. First round qualifier for the Allen Lumber Streets coming onto the Speedway for heat number 1. Number 42, Paul Phillips, will be your pole sitter. Outside, this fellow's been upside down not once, but twice in 91. The 56 of Rick Fleury. Steve Lovely in the 54. The number 10 is Skip Manning. Rick Gilliland in the number 70. The 68 is Spuds McKenzie. Ricky Dennis in the 32. The 72 is Tom Vermette. Rapid, Ralph Rockwell in the 81, the number 1 of Jimmy Young. And riding shotgun, the number 8 machine is Jason Leo. Here we go. Heat number 1 for the Crunch Bunch is under the green flag. Paul Phillips with the lead, almost drives it off the racetrack. Oh, look out. The 42's all over himself. They're 4 wide on the backstretch. Thankfully, Phillips is not on the actual racetrack. Out on top in the number 54 machine. We've got a yellow coming out. We got a bumper down in the middle of turn 4. Watch this action. Here they come. Half the field hasn't seen the yellow yet. Here comes the bumper. Kabang, kabing, kaboom, kabang. No problem. Who dropped the bumper? I think it's the 10 of Skip Patton. We're ready to race. Gilliland on the inside. inside. Flurry on the outside, then Ricky Dennis and Rapid Ralph Rockwell. Here they come. Nope. Try it again. As Paul Phillips scrambling terribly to catch up to the field under yellow. Look out. Don't spin it there, Paul. All right. Now they're formed up and ready. The 70 of... Oh, here comes Steve Lovely back. The longer they go, the more cars come back. Gilliland in the 70. Flurry in the 56, then Dennis and Rockwell. Green is out. Rick Flurry up high, the 56 is your leader. Keep an eye on the Thunder Chicken. Here comes Rapid Ralph up the outside. Ralph Rockwell, 81 goes to second, right behind Jimmy Young in the one machine. Jimmy Young down low in the one. Ralph Rockwell in the 81. Rockwell, your new leader in turn number 3. 56, Rick Flurry back to second. Jimmy Young on the inside now is third. 81, Ralph Rockwell. The 56, Rick Flurry. Then Jimmy Young in the number 1 machine. Keep an eye on second and third. Flurry trying to hold off the number 1. Jimmy Young up the outside on the back chute. Young now going for second place. 56, Flurry trying to hold him off. Young on the outside. Good racing in 4. Second spot goes to Jimmy Young. Young in the number 1 takes over second. This time by, we'll have 2 laps to go. Rapid Ralph Rockwell out in front. Jimmy Young now second. Rick Flurry, 56 is third, then Gilliland. Rick Dennis and Jason Leo. White flag is set to fly this time. 1 more lap remaining for Rapid Ralph Rockwell. Final time down the back straightaway. Rockwell in the Thunderbird. Out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Heat 1 to Ralph Rockwell. Jimmy Young is second. Rick Flurry is third. Then Ricky Dennis and Jason Leo. Sean McFarland in the 70 tries the bank shot on the final lap. It does not work. And he finishes up in the number 6 spot. Third qualifier, the 56 of Rick Flurry Jr. Second, in car number 1, Jimmy Young from Morrisville. And ladies and gentlemen, winner in heat number 1 for the Allen Lumber Street Stocks, car number 81 from Wolcott, Ralph Rockwell. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get things started tonight. Put your hands together for the Rapid Ralph Rockwell. Car number 81, the Thunder Chicken, your winner in heat number 1. All right, second round qualifier coming out. On the point, rookie driver in the Allen Lumber Street Division, the 33 of Kurt Carpenter. Outside Carpenter, car number 17, that's Bob Patton. The 71, Wild Bill Barkham, starts on the inside of 2, outside the 78 of Don Lowell. Inside 3, the other half of the twin brother combination, the 87 is Ron Lowell. Then the 73, former track champion here at Thunder Road, Craig Vance from Danville. The 03, Ron Weston. Car number 7, Dizzy Dean Gallison. Rosaire Sear in the Deathmobile, car number 60. The 38 of Claude Cross. Mike Rivers in the 47 and the 12 of David Foster. Field is set in heat number 2. Here they come. Green is out on heat number 2. Bob Patton up high. Look out. Gets nailed and around he goes. Front row tangles. Oh, no. Yellow flag is out as we've got cars from here to Wolcott. Look out, the 78's completely out of control. The left front tire is just about broken off that machine. Don Lowell, doing a bit of agricultural racing, is going to have to take it to the pits. Then Craig Vance, Kurt Carpenter, and Bob Patton. On the outside of row 3, David Foster, that number 12, that was the car he drove all the way through high school. Gave him many great years of service, and as punishment, he races it now at Thunder Road and puts it in the wall. Nice job. 71, Wild Bill Barkham, then turn number 3. Barkham on the inside is your leader. Dean Gallison up high in the number 7, trying to challenge back now. Good racing on the back chute. 71 Barkham has her. Up the inside, here comes the Deathmobile. Look at all the black cars. It looks like a funeral march out there. We ought to be playing some kind of a dirge. Bill Barkham, your leader, and here comes the Deathmobile. Rosaire Sear going to the outside for the lead in turn 4. Sear, your leader at the line. Rosaire Sear up the high line. 71 Barkham down low. Mike Rivers thinking about 3 deep. Look out, they're sideways in 4, gathering it up. The Deathmobile now is out in front. Rosaire Sear in the 60. 71, Billy Barkham. And here comes Mikey Rivers now up the outside. Rivers in the 47 wants the number 2 spot, and he's got it at the line. Mike Rivers around the hard way to second place, right behind the 38 of Claude Cross. Wild Bill now going backwards in the 71 with 2 laps to go now. 2 laps to go in heat number 2, and the battle is for the number 3 spot. 71 Bill Barkham, 38 Claude Cross up high. White flag is out, 1 lap remaining. Cross around the outside, takes over 3rd. Rivers in the 47 is 2nd. Out at turn number 4, checkered flag coming out. Give it to the Deathmobile. Rosaire Sear, your winner. Rivers 2nd. Claude Cross, David, Buster, and Ronald. Good run out of the back of the pack as the Deathmobile comes from inside the 5th row to get it done in heat number 2. The 47, Mike Rivers. The 38 of Claude Cross. Finishing up also in the top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for the Mid-State Auto Deathmobile? Rosaire Sear from Washington, your winner. Right now, just $1 a pop for the 50-50. And how about it one more time, ladies and gentlemen? A round of applause for Rosaire Sear, your Heat 2 winner for the Crunch Bunch. All right, 3rd round for the straights. The 0-2, Ted Clark will be your pole sitter outside. The 00, Joe Steffen. Wild Willie Herring in car number 6 goes inside of row 2, outside. Last week's B-feature winner, the 84, Sean McFarland. Ricky Roberts in the 36, the 5 of Purple, Perry Fleming, side by side at row 3. Car number 58, Brendan Moody. Then the 14, the Gerber baby, Chet DeVarney Jr. Mark Barnier in the 0. Last week's main event winner, Brent Courier in the 30. And the 85 from Randolph is Cal Poulin. Here they come. Heat number 3 looking for a go. Green flag is out. Ted Clark on the inside of the 0-2. Joe Steffen outside 00. Side by side they go into 3. Clark on the inside with a nose up is your leader. 0-2, Teddy Clark on top of the field. 00, Joe Steffen. Bill Herring in the 6th, then Ricky Roberts, and the 84 McFarland on the outside. Wild Willie Herring running the low groove. He's got 2nd now. Herring in the 6th moving up. 36, Ricky Roberts, and here comes the Gerber baby. Chet DeVarney in the 14 now for 4th place. Ted Clark pulling away in the 0-2. Here comes Ricky Roberts. 36 up on the outside, loses traction in 3. The 14, Chet DeVarney, moving on the outside, right behind Brent Courier in the 30. Fast cars beginning to move out of the back. Here comes Courier on the outside. Courier in the 30, wants the number 4 spot in 4. 0-2, Teddy Clark out at the the front. Bill Herring in the 6. 36, Ricky Roberts. Then the Gerber Baby and Brent Courier. 4 cars racing for second with 2 laps to go now. 2 laps to go, and the Baby gets down low. Chet Devarney taking over the 3rd spot. White flag is coming out. One more time for Teddy Clark. Bill Herring is 2nd. Chet Devarney up the outside wants the runner-up spot. Final time on the back straightaway. Here comes the Baby. Chet Devarney taking 2nd. Checkered flag coming out. Ted Clark, your winner. Devarney gets the number 2 spot. Bill Herring, Brent Courier, and Ricky Roberts. Nice run by the Gerber Baby as Chet Devarney comes out of the number 8 spot to qualify in 2nd. Wild Willie Herring, the number 6, is 3rd. But ladies and gentlemen, wire to wire in heat number 3, the 02, Ted Clark, your winner. Well, the Gerber's got new fenders, new hood, new nose on the car this week. Didn't waste any time christening them. This car was barrel rolling through the infield, but tonight he's in victory lane for heat number 3. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? A round of applause for Clark, your winner. Fourth and final qualifier coming out for the Crunch Bunch. Boy, we got a ton of street stocks tonight. 46 street stocks on pit road tonight. 46. It's an off night. We usually have more. Well, 04, Francis Miller draws the pole for heat 4. Outside the number 01 is David Patton. Les Abbey in the 53, the 69, Big Daddy and his racing caddy, Don LaHue in the Cadillac Seville. The 77, Frenchie LaFountain. Doug Murphy in the number 80. The 25 is Steve Copping, then Terry Reel in the 11. Jerry Humiston in the 19. 64, Flying Brian Williams. And at the back of the pack, the point leader, the Enduro Warrior, Monty LeMaire in car number 48. Here we go, heat 4 for the Crunch Bunch. Francis Miller inside line with the break in the 04. The 01, David Patton. 53, Les Abbey, then Big Daddy. 3 wide on the front chute. Big Daddy outside in the 69 Cadillac. He takes over 4th. 3 wide into turn number 3 now. Everybody going for it. The 04, Francis Miller, your leader. 01, David Patton moving in now in 2nd. The 53, Les Abbey, 69, Big Daddy. Francis Miller trying to hold on in the back straightaway. Patton in the 01. Les Abbey, Big Daddy, Steve Copping in the 25 coming into it now. Look out, the 01 almost loses it. Big Daddy with a shot from behind and the 53 goes to 2nd. Les Abbey gets nailed by Patton, gathers it up and has the number 2 spot. Right behind the 25, Steve Copping. Copping on the high groove has 3rd now. The 01 of Patton going backwards. 04, Francis Miller, 2 laps away now. The 01, Patton gives a whack now to Copping in the 25. Patton in the 01 going back to 3rd spot. White flag is out, 1 lap remaining. Francis Miller out in front, the 04 all by itself. Then the 53, Les Abbey. 01, Dave Patton, checkered flag is out. Miller, your winner. Abbey is 2nd. Patton, Reel, Copping, and the Warrior. Good racing midway through the pack. But up in front, Francis Miller gets the job done on the 04 machine. starts on the pole and never gives it up all the way. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Wire-to-wire winner in heat number 4, Francis Miller in the 04. Francis Miller. They say green is bad luck, but apparently he disagrees. Either that or it's the only color he had. Miller in the 04 gets the job done in heat number 4. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, as he returns the colors on his lap of honor, Francis Miller, heat 4 winner for the Crunch Bunch. All right, now we'll step up a notch. The Pepsi Flying Tigers rolling onto the speedway behind the Cody Chevrolet pace car. On the point, the second generation driver from Montpelier, Vermont, Jim Gallison Jr. in the Pelletier's Quick Lube machine. Outside Gallison, the number 93 from Barry is Brian Coburn. The 47, the Jerry Parentoni paving car, Mark Graves from Barry on the inside of row 2. Outside the Richmond office equipment, 97, Dave Gibbs from Jericho. The 85, Mike Pelkey from Barry. Last week's winner, the Kentucky Colonel Tom Tiller in the 77. Mike Knapp in the 80. The 25 of Dave Whitcomb. Car number 5, Pat Corbett, and riding shotgun, the 75, Pete Fecto from Morrisville. One car, oh, check that, we've got a driver change in the 75. That's Dwayne Lanphier out back. Lanphier, who lost a motor in his own machine, is hooked to ride in the Pete Fecto car. Field is under green, and Jim Gallison Jr. is away with a 35. Down low, Mark Graves taking it over. Graves in the Ford Thunderbird has the lead in 4. 85, Mike Pelkey down on the inside for second. Right behind the 80 of Mike Knapp. Pat Corbett in the 5 as Gallison goes backwards on the back chute. Mark Graves at the front of the pack now. Graves your leader. Mike Pelkey in the 85, the 80 Mike Knapp, and here comes Pat Corbett to the high groove. Pat Corbett up high in the number 5, trying to draw a bead on the number 3 spot now. Mark Graves in the Ford, the Mopar, Mike Pelkey, then the Buicks of Knapp and Corbett. Halfway done this time for Mark Graves. Graves in the 47 out in front. Looking for his first victory of the 91 season, Mark Graves in the Ford Thunderbird. The 85, Mike Pelkey, then Mike Knapp and Pat Corbett, top 4 qualifiers. Dwayne Lanphier takes the 75 down pit road. Lanphier in the Pete Fecto machine takes it to the garage area. Two laps to go this time for Mark Graves. The hometown driver trying to get it done in Heat 1 for the Tigers. White flag will come out this time. Graves in the 47 is 1 lap away. Pelkey right behind him in second. Mike Knapp in the 80. The 5 of Corbett. Checkered flag coming out. Give it to Mark Graves in the 47. Mike Pelkey, Mike Knapp, and Pat Corbett, the top 4 finishers in heat number 1. Well, Mark Graves, back on the Tiger Tour for the first time in a couple of seasons, made his debut 2 weeks ago in his brand new Ford Thunderbird, and that's his first checkered flag of the year, ladies and gentlemen. The Jerry Parentoni Paving, car number 47, Mark Graves, your winner in Heat 1. Mike Pelkey in the 85 rather, finishes up in second. Third goes to the 80 of Michael Knapp. 4th spot to Pat Corbett in car number 5 as Mark Graves pulls away with the colors. Round of applause in turn 4. Mark Graves from Barry the Ford Thunderbird, your winner. Heat number 2 for the Tigers. Rolling out, and we got some heavy hitters to go in this one. Car number 22, Gary Caron, will start on the point. Outside, last year's Thunder Road Street Stock champion, car number 20, Tony Andrews. The 69, Vien's Contracting Machine, the flipper, Rupert Irwin from Waterbury. And outside in car number 1, Red Mead, Richard Bootsy. In the 13, the 23 is Mike Potter. Joey LeCaron, the 15, the 68 is Jim Silly. Car number 17, Greg Lyman. The 14 is Phil Scott. And first time out, car number 9, that's Frenchie LaFountain doing double duty tonight. First time out of the former Alex Hart machine. Green flag out on heat number 2 for the Tigers. The 22, Gary Caron. Tony Andrews in the 20, then the flipper and Red Mead out of 4. Two-car breakaway at the front of the field. Caron in the 22 is your leader. Tony Andrews looking downstairs, bumping in 4, takes him around. Look out, Irene! Everybody piling in. 5 cars coming together at the exit of turn number 4. Gary Caron, Rupert Irwin, Red Mead, Mike Potter, and Frenchie LaFountain. Next time around, we'll take a green. Well, field will stay under the take 1, as apparently we got 1 car out of line. Irwin and Mead, Bootsy and Potter, Silly and LeCaron. Here we go. Green is out. Red Mead off the outside gets the jump. Mead in car number 1, your leader. Mike Potter, 23 on the outside, trying to drive around the flipper in turn 4. Potter has second place. Red Mead off the outside line takes the lead in the Ford Thunderbird. 23, Mike Potter looking outside on the front chute. 69, Rupert Irwin. Richard Bootsy in the 13, and here comes Jim Silly out of the back. 68, Silly beginning to go to work now. On the outside line, the 68 Oldsmobile moving up. Jim Silly takes over 4th, goes to the outside of the flipper for 3rd. Mike Potter going high on Red Mead. Outside line beginning to move up now. Mike Potter pulling up on the redhead for the number 1 position. Mead down low in the Ford. Potter in the Pontiac. The Buick of Rupert Irwin. Oldsmobile for Jim Silly. Top 4 cars under a blanket on the back chute. It's Mike Potter, your new leader. Potter in the 23 takes it over. Right behind is Jim Silly in the 68. Red Mead now losing the number 2 spot as Silly moves around to the back straightaway. Jim Silly goes to 2nd. Here comes the flipper. 2 laps to go now. Rupert Irwin now going high in turn number 2 for 3rd place. Red Mead trying to hold on to it. 69 Irwin. Bootsy in the 13 with the white flag out. Mike Potter down the back chute for the final time, holding on. Here comes Silly to the outside. Checkered flag coming out. Heat number 3 to Mikey Potter. Silly is 2nd. Rupert Irwin, Red Mead, and Gary Caron. Great racing. In heat number 2 for the Tigers, as Rupert Irwin, Red Mead, Jim Silly get the job done, but at the front of the pack, ladies and gentlemen, the DJS Transport, Windshield World, Pontiac, Mike Potter, your winner in the 23. Great job of recovery by Gary Caron, who came all the way from the back in car number 22 to finish in the 5th spot. Red Mead in car number 1 takes 4th. Rupert Irwin, the 69, is 3rd. 2nd spot from the back of the field goes to Jim Silly in the 68. And carrying the colors on the back straightaway, a strong running qualifying tonight for the youngster from Plainfield. Mike Potter in the DJS Transport Pontiac. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, as he completes his lap of honor. A round of applause for a job well done. Mike Potter, your winner in the 23. Jerry Flanders to the tower, please. All right, here comes heat number 3. Heat number 3 for the Tigers, rolling out on the point, the Ford. Car number 94, Guy Brown from Crossbury. Outside point, the number 31, Lance Furno from Williamstown and a Buick Somerset. The 44 from Chelsea is Dean Kennedy. Car number 57, Jim Barton. Big Bigelow from St. Johnsbury in the number 4, the 83 of Brian Campbell. Kip Stockwell in car number 16, the 00 of Steve Miller. Berger Blake in the number 27 machine, and first time out in 1991, the 62 machine is Jeff Perry. Field is set in turn number 4. 3rd round qualifier for the Tigers is underway. Lance Furno outside line, moving up in the 31 to take the lead. Guy Brown holding on to second. Whoop, the 44, Kennedy's into the infield. Jimmy Barton coming up on the outside of Guy Brown for second. Dean Kennedy refires the 44, takes it out of harm's way as Barton takes over second in the 57. Jimmy Barton now second. Brian Campbell, 83, looking for third. Right behind is Stevie Miller. Guy Brown going backwards on the inside lane. Campbell, 83, moving up to third now. Keep an eye on the 00. Steve Miller. Miller from the back of the pack now will challenge for the number 4 spot. Brown on the inside. Miller up high. Guy Brown holding him off in the 94. Guy Brown holding off the airborne champion. Miller back to the outside again. Halfway done this time. Steve Miller back to the high groove in the 00, trying to move around Guy Brown. Side by side, now in turn 4, it's Miller up high taking over. Right behind the 27, Berger Blake. Blake, the 89 track champion, out of the back of the field, looking to get qualified now. Berger Blake takes over the number 5 position. To go now, Lance Furno at the front. The 31 trying to go all the way with it. Step back a little, okay? White flag will come out on a turn 4. 31, Lance Furno. Jim Barton in the 57, 83, Brian Campbell. Final time down the back chute. Furno in the 31, looking for the checkered flag. Heat number 3 to Lance Furno. Jimmy Barton is second. Brian Campbell, Steve Miller, and Berger Blake. Nice job by the rookie driver, Lance Furno, who's been making steady progress all season long on this Pepsi Flying Tiger Tour. Starts on the outside point and takes it all the way to the checkers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arlington Enterprises Buick. Lance Furno from Williamstown, your winner. Not a chance. Proceeds go to the driver's point fund and tonight's ticket winner. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Lance Furno, 31 is your winner. Tyler Main to the tower, please. Semi-feature for the Crunch Bunch. Top qualifiers from each of our heat races ready to roll now. The 02, Ted Clark. 04, Francis Miller. Rick Fleury and David Patton in the 01. Wild Willie Herring in the 53 of Les Abbey. Chet DeVarney, the Gerber Baby, and the Deathmobile. Rosaire Sear in car number 60. The 81, Ralph Rockwell. Then Claude Cross, Jimmy Young, and Mike Rivers at the back. This ought to be a good one. Street Stocks ready to roll in their semifinal. Here they come out of 4, and the green flag is out. 02, Ted Clark. 04, Francis Miller on the outside with it. Miller up high, trying to hold on to the lead. Clark coming back at him in 4. Side by side, all the way around the racetrack. Great racing at the front of the field. 02 Clark, 04 Miller, then Rick Fleury and Dave Patton one more time. Everybody leading on it. Now the inside news. Clark gets it. Fleury second. Patton with a move to the inside, making it 3 deep. Look out. Rick Fleury gets out of it. Teddy Clark in the 02, your leader. Rick Fleury sideways in the 56, and they take him 3 wide on the back chute. Francis Miller back to second. Look out, Les Abbey dirt tracking on the outside. Look out, Nelly. 04 Miller goes to second. Patton in the 01. Wild Willie Herring, and here comes the baby on the outside. Chet DeVarney moving up now. Chet DeVarney, the Gerber Baby, now takes over 4th place. Right behind him, Jimmy Young in car number 1. Keep an eye on the baby, the 14. Chet DeVarney was 3rd on the back chute. DeVarney is flying tonight in the 14. He goes for 3rd on the outside lane. The baby has 3rd, and he goes for 2nd now. Chet DeVarney rim rides on the outside. The Gerber Baby going for it now. 2 to go. 2 to go at the front of the pack. Ted Clark in the 02, your leader. Chet DeVarney now is 2nd. 04, Francis Miller. Then Jimmy Young and Mike Rivers. White flag is coming out. Here comes Chet DeVarney. The Gerber Baby goes for it in turn 2. Clark going down low. Here comes the baby. Chet DeVarney on the outside has it. The Gerber Baby on the outside is going to take it. Checkered flag is out. It's Chet DeVarney, your winner. Teddy Clark, Jimmy Young, and Francis Miller. I think Claude Cross just threw up. Oh, boy. Well, there goes the mosquito problem. What a great show at the front of the pack as the Gerber Baby comes from way downtown to win it. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? A great job for Chet DeVarney Jr., your semi-winner. Boy, I'll tell you, they must have him on solid food tonight. Teething tonight. That must be it. Hey, how about it, ladies and gentlemen? That's a great job on the high groove. The Gerber Baby wins it. Semi-feature in the 14 tonight. Oh, he is mad. Feature. This ought to be a dandy. This ought to be a good one. Top 4 qualifiers from each of our heat races ready to roll. Semi rolling out. Lance Furno in the 31, the 47, Mark Graves. They won their heats and are ready to go on the point in the semi. The 69, Rupert Irwin. 57. Jim Burton, then Mike Pelkey, and the flipper. Jim Burton, 57 down low. Oh, Furno almost off the back chute. The rookie gathers it back in the 31, but he goes all the way to the number 4 spot now. Mark Graves once again pulling away in the Ford Thunderbird. Jimmy Barton, 57, is second. Mike Pelkey, third. Lance Furno in the flipper, the 69 moving now. Rupert Irwin around the outside of Red Mead. Now has the number 5 position. The 47, Mark Graves, once again showing his tail to the field. 85, Mike Pelkey beginning to look to the outside of Jim Barton for the number 2 spot. As Mark Graves once again dominating here in the semi. The Ford Thunderbird is dialed in. Oh, look out, he's in trouble. Graves is in trouble as the right front tire goes flat. Oh, what a heartbreaker for Mark Graves. The right front tire goes away and he is on pit road. Jimmy Burton inherits the lead now. 85, Pelkey is second. Lance Furno and the 80 of Mike Knapp working inside the flipper on the back chute. Jimmy Burton, now your leader, 57 out in front. Pelkey in the 85, taking a look high on Barton. Can't find the room in 3 and 4. The veteran, Jimmy Barton, holding on to the lead now. Pelkey second in the 85. 31, Furno. Here comes Mikey Knapp on the outside. The 80 machine going to work up high in turn 3 and 4. Knapp for third place. Mike Knapp, rim rides on the outside. Up he goes on the high griddle, and he's got third now. Furno back to fourth, and back comes the flipper. 69, Rupert Irwin fighting back into it. 00, Steve Miller. 69, Rupert Irwin, give it to Miller for fifth place. White flag is out now. Jimmy Barton keeps it low on the back straightaway. Knapp looking high for second. Final lap in 3, the 80 going for it. Checkers are out. Jim Barton, Mike Pelkey, Mike Knapp, and Lance Furno. A strong effort here in the semi by Mike Knapp as he comes all the way out of the back to finish up in the third position. Second goes to the 85 of Mike Pelkey. And ladies and gentlemen, this fella came up less than a foot short at the line for the win last week, but tonight he's got himself a semi. The J&A Buick 57, Jim Burton, your winner. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? A round of applause for your semi-feature winner, car number 57, Jimmy Burton. All right, we're down to it. B feature for the Pepsi Flying Tigers. This is the final chance to qualify tonight. Peter Hebert to the Victory Lane Souvenir Trailer. Peter Hebert to the Victory Lane Trailer, please. 50-50 on sale right down front in turn number 4. If you're looking for one, now's your chance. There's Kate down in turn 4. Don't wait. We're not long away from closing it off tonight. 50-50 down in turn 4. All right, B feature, the 25, Dave Whitcomb. Winner on Saturday night at Airborne. Whitcomb forced to the B tonight here at Thunder Road. Outside, two-time Thunder Road track champion in the Tiger Division, the 15 of Joey LeCaire. Kip Stockwell in the 16, the 17 of Greg Lyman. Brian Coburn in the 93 machine, the 20 is Tony Andrews. 75, Dwayne Lanphier. The 62 of Jeff Perry, Jim Gallison Jr., Dean Kennedy, Phil Scott, and Frenchie LaFountain bringing up the rear. Here we go, B feature undergrade. Only the top 3 drivers will move on to the main event. Top 3 cars get the option to go to the feature, and it's Dave Whitcomb, Joey LeCaire, and Kip Stockwell out of the pack. Ladies and gentlemen, a correction will take the top 4 tonight to the main event. Top 4 qualifiers to the feature, and that makes the 17 of Greg Lyman the final man. Top 4 drivers get the option. 17, Lyman on the hot seat. Right behind is Dwayne Lanphier. Lanphier, 75, sideways. Look out, Brian Coburn's in the wall. Yellow flag is out. Caution on the speedway. The 93, Brian Coburn gets a piece of the rock in 4. Dwayne Lanphier may have been putting something down out from under the 75 as he takes it right down pit road. His car is in. 25 Whitcomb, 15 LeCaire, then Stockwell and Lyman. Down to the line we go. Green is out. Whitcomb away with the lead. Kip Stockwell second. LeCaire back in line third, and here comes Tony Andrews. Tony the Tiger down low in the 20, trying to get the number 4 spot now. Tony Andrews on the inside. Greg Lyman on the outside. Final spot hangs in the balance. There's only 4 to transfer. Andrews down low has it. Tony Andrews, the number 20 now, your final qualifier. Look out, he loops it in turn 3. Andrews goes around. Look out, he got Phil Scott. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out. Tony Andrews all by himself loses it in turn number 3. Phil Scott, the 14, got a piece of it. He's got some damage on the left front corner. Joey LeCaire, and once again, Greg Lyman. And now the 75, Dwayne Lanphier is up to 5th. Here we go. Green is out again. Dave Whitcomb by half a car length. 16, Stockwell. 15, LeCaire, and on the outside, Lyman holding on to it. Greg Lyman trying to hold off Dwayne Lanphier. 75, Lanphier in the borrowed ride, looking to make the main event. Look out, they tangle in 4. Lanphier underneath has it now. Dave Whitcomb, 25, away with the lead. Stockwell is second. LeCaire and Lanphier were halfway done. Top 4 cars now beginning to pull away as the 17 Lyman losing ground on it. Some smoke beginning to show off the Dwayne Lanphier machine in the corners. Keep an eye on the 75. He's beginning to show some smoke off the back bumper now. Dave Whitcomb continues to show the way at the front. 16, Stockwell is second, then LeCaire and Lanphier. Greg Lyman trying to gain ground, can't do it as he is losing ground on the back straightaway. Only 4 to transfer. Lanphier, 75, is the man with the final spot. 2 laps to go. this time around. Dave Whitcomb leads it. Stockwell looking low for second place. Final time down the back straightaway. Top four locked in for the main event. Checkered flag coming out in turn number 4. Dave Whitcomb, your winner. Stockwell second. Joey LeClaire and Dwayne Lanphier, the qualifiers. So the final 4 names are in the book for the main event tonight for the Pepsi Flying Tigers. Qualifying fourth, the 75 of Dwayne Lanphier. Third, to car number 15, Joey LeClaire. Second spot, the 16 from Randolph Kip Stockwell. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the B feature for the Tigers, car number 25 and Dave Whitcomb. For the yellow number street stocks, here's the way they're set to go. On the pole, car number 02, Ted Clark, will be on the inside point. Outside, the 04, Francis Miller, as Clark and Miller once again will square it off in row 1. Row 2 to the 56, Rick Fleury. Car number 01 is Dave Patton. Wild Bill Herring in the Martian Motors. Car number 6 goes next in line. Outside from Northfield, the 53 of Les Abbey. Ricky Roberts in the Stone Service. Car number 36 is next. Outside, the 70 of Rick Gilliland. The flashback photo, car number 25. Steve Copping goes in the 9th spot. Outside, the Berry's Transmission, 32, and Ricky Dennis. Dizzy Dean Gallison, the number 7, goes on the inside of an extra. Outside, the semi-feature winner, Chet Tavarni Jr., the Gerber Baby in car number 14. Terry Reel in car number 11, the number 60. The Deaf Mobile is Rosaire Sear. Mark Barnier in the Barnier's Trucking, car number 0. Then the 81 from Wolcott Rapid, Ralph Rockwell. Jimmy Young in the All Seems Fine, car number 1. Outside, the 47 of Mike Rivers from Essex Junction. Last week's winner, Brent Courier from Johnson in car number 30. Outside, Courier starting 20th tonight, the John Leo and Son. Car number 8 for Jason Leo. The number 12 machine is David Foster. The 85, Cal Poulin. Then at the back of the pack, the 64, flying Brian Williams. And the Thunder Road Point leader, Monty Lemaire from Morrisville in car number 48. Main event of the night for the Allen Lumber Street Stocks. Here they come out of 4, go! Side-by-side drag race into turn 2. The 04, Francis Miller, outside line, takes the lead. Teddy Clark back on the inside of the 02, sideways in 4. Miller is your leader. Ted Clark back down low in the 02, looking for second. The 56 of Rick Fleury. Dave Patton in the 01. Then Wild Willie and Les Abbey. Still side by side at the front. Teddy Clark down low, now has it. Clark your leader. Back comes Miller on the outside. Great racing at the front. Side by side they go for the lead. The 02, Teddy Clark. 56, Rick Fleury now second. Miller back to third. The 01, Dave Patton, and Wild Willie in the number 6. All the way back through this field. The 36, Ricky Roberts, down low, looking for the number 6 spot. Les Abbey sideways out of 4. Les Abbey, 53, trying to find a home on the inside. He gets the spot out of 3. The 32, Ricky Roberts, moving up right behind. Here comes the Gerber Baby out of the pack. Position. 2-car breakaway at the front. The 02, Teddy Clark. 56, Rick Fleury. Then Francis Miller. The 6 of Bill Herring. 36, Ricky Roberts. The 25, Steve Copping. Looking to the outside. Here comes Rick Fleury for the lead in 4. Fleury down low looking for it. the 53, Les Addy rolls to a stop on the back chute. Here comes the 64 back. Brian Williams returns from the pits. And we are set for a go. Here they come out of turn 4. Green is out. Complete. 16 remain, and Rick Fleury has the lead again in the 56. Teddy Clark shuts the door. Miller tries to take him around. Everybody gets through it. 56, Fleury is your leader. Ted Clark is second. The 04 Miller is third. Then Ricky Roberts, Wild Willie, and the Gerber Baby. Look out, they got Ricky Dennis sideways. Everybody gets away. Ricky Roberts into the infield in the 36 machine. Chet Davari from 13th now is 5th on the field. Davari in the 14, looking up to the outside of Bill Herrick. Diving low now in turn number 1. Can't find room to race it. The Gerber Baby on the outside wants the number 4 spot as we're halfway done now. Halfway in the main event for the Crunch Bunch. Davarney has 4th, looking to thread the needle on the back chute. The 04 Miller trying to block the road, the number 3 automobile. Here comes the Baby up the outside. Right behind him, Mike Rivers. Davarney in the 14. 47 Rivers, Rimrod the outside. The Baby now is 3rd. Davarney in the 3rd spot, looking for 2nd out of turn 4. Chet Davarney up high, going for it. Here comes the Baby. He's going for 2nd. Davarney now the number 2 rider. Right behind the 47 of Rivers. 60 Rosaire Sear. Out in front, Rick Fleury with a huge lead in the 56. Fleury nearly a quarter track ahead of the field. The Baby running 2nd. 3rd is Teddy Clark, and here comes Mike Rivers. The 47 of Rivers on the outside. He takes over 3rd now. As the heavy iron begins to come to the front. 47, Rivers is 3rd. 02, Ted Clark is 4th, and here comes the Deathmobile. Rosaire Sear on the outside gets nailed by Clark, hangs onto it. Sear now is 4th. Laps winding down for Rick Fleury. 56 Fleury, who's been upside down twice this year trying to get it done. Davarney beginning to reel him in, but there are only 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining now for Rick Fleury. Chet Davarney all alone in the number 2 spot. Mike Rivers, 47, is 3rd. Look out, Jimmy Young has thrown a tire. The number 1 machine trying to whip it back to the pits as the leaders come by. Here comes the Gerber Baby. Chet Davarney beginning to move in now. The Baby is on the move. Less than 5 to go. Here comes the Baby. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out. Caution is out for the 32, Ricky Dennis. The 32 of Dennis comes to a stop at the top of pit road, and a golden opportunity now for Chet Davarney Jr. All right, ladies and gentlemen, select your winner. A 4-lap dash for cash for the Crunch Bunch tonight. Rick Fleury, 56. 14, Chet Davarney. Here we go! Fleury on the inside, sideways. Davarney up high, has the lead. The Gerber Baby out in front now. Rosaire Sear goes to 2nd on the high lane. 1 car over the top, Francis Miller. Trouble on the front chute, Teddy Clark into the infield. The Gerber Baby is away. The Gerber Baby and gentlemen, here's the word from scoring. The word from scoring, car number 60, Rosaire Sear, car number 47, Mike Rivers, have been black flagged for rough riding on the final lap. They'll go all the way to the back of the pack. The 60 of Sear, 47 Rivers, penalized to the back of the field, but the Gerber baby does not care. They may have to move him up to infant food now. He's graduated. Just wonderful. Chitwood, 3 years trying, and he's finally a winner tonight. 2/3 of the Triple Crown as he got the... Here comes the crew. That's the Bird Courier team. Here comes Chet Sr. in the white t-shirt. How about it for the baby, ladies and gentlemen? He's so happy he could just throw up right now. Oh, yes. Just a wonderful night. Let's go down to Victory Lane and Ken Squire down in Daycare Central.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go right to the guy who's done it for the first time. Where's your dad? Huh? Let's get him right over here. What a nice night for you fellas. Let's get you front and center. Beautifully driven. You did a fine job tonight. A lot of heavy traffic, and you had to work for it.
We got kind of lucky, I have to say. This is great. We had terrible luck here all year, and everybody wanted me just to run airborne, but this is why I'm still running here.
All right. That was a tremendous run. Let's go to second place tonight. Second place in an incredible finish. Let's hear it for Rapid Ralph Rockwell. Nice run.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. It wouldn't be possible to be here without them. Quality Control Stitching, Sweetenburg Incorporated. And I could really use a tire sponsor right about now.
Yeah, I could see it was getting a little... The tires and tubes are doing all right, but the air is showing through. Wild finish. Tell us about that finish.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I knew I was running fourth, and the next thing I knew, I was second.
Well, let's hear it one more time for Ralph Rockwell. And finally, third place tonight in this wild finish. One more time for Brent Courier, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Ken. It was a wild one at the end, but we made it through it.
Yeah, you just barely made it through it. A lot of cars getting scattered, a lot of action in front of you. Must be hard to keep your poise with that kind of action around you.
Well, it is. You got to use your head out there and, try to stay on the lead lap, and you'll make it through it.
Brent, you got some people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors. There's too many to list. I'd like to thank people on turn 4, my mother, all my fans, and my pit crew. They've helped me all through this.
Brent Courier, ladies and gentlemen. And let's have one more fine ovation as we put this trio together for all three, but particularly for Chet DeVarney, the Gerber baby. Pulls one off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a very brief intermission now while we set up the Joey Chitwood Chevy Thunder Show here tonight. Good opportunity for you to stop down and visit Al's French Fries. Order yourself up some of the world's best French fries. Cut and prepared right here on the premises. Of course, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, cotton candy, and popcorn, you name it, we've got it.
Motorcycle boardwalk crash! Smashing through that boardwalk, scattering blazing lumber all over the track. In one of the most brutal and traditional stunts in thrill show history, ladies and gentlemen, from Waltham, Massachusetts, here he is, John Mason! John Mason! Track surface, because in a few short moments, Kevin Butterfield will be coming down that track at a speed of about 55 miles an hour. He'll lower himself to the track surface and go sliding along behind that automobile. As you can see, he also wears a crash helmet and leather gloves, which he'll use to steer himself down the track. His driver is Tim Chitwood. He'll bring that car around, gaining speed, as I mentioned, a speed of about 55 miles an hour down the front straightaway. Here they come, Kevin Butterfield on the back of that automobile, holding onto that safety strap. He begins to lower himself off the automobile down towards the track surface to perform the slide for life. There he is, Kevin Butterfield. Butterfield in the slide for life. No helmet and no brains. I said it and I meant it. Hop right up there and put your money where your mouth is. Wait a minute, Crash. Now, what's the problem? He's going too fast. Now, come on, Crash. Let's do the slide for life. Car didn't move 1 inch. Here they go down the track, gaining speed, but look out, Crash. Holy cow, he found out about the wing on the back of that car, and now he's yelling something about his tongue. Crash, that's your tie, not your tongue. Now put it where it belongs and put that Crash helmet where your brains are. Those aren't your brains, you idiot. Oh, that's the end that's coming off first. He's going to do the slide without a helmet, without a pad, and without his pants. You talk about an ad coming apart at the seams. There's one for you right there. Poor old Crash, and you hate to see it happen to him. He's such a snappy dresser. Team of drivers, Tim Chitwood and Jimmy Canton out there in those beautiful Camaro Z28s aboard the Honda CR250 motorcycle, prepared by Tough Racing Products of DeKalb, Illinois. We have Corey Scott from Tampa, Florida. Now, they'll engage in those same precision driving maneuvers we saw momentarily. And you're going to see him go bumper to bumper over ramps as Corey Scott will lead them out of turn number 3. They get him in there in the line. Mere inches will separate these vehicles. Here comes Corey Scott leading him out of turn number 4 towards the raised ramp elevations, accelerating towards the ramp. Over the ramps, here they come. Corey Scott in front of those automobiles, diving down into turn number 1. Corey Scott will take a lower road towards that raised ramp. Here they come, gaining speed. Corey Scott coming towards the ramp, accelerating onto the ramp and up and over those automobiles. Ramp elevation number 2. Perfectly performed motorcycle car. Precision driving. Seeing is believing. You've seen it here as part of that board wall. As Wild Bill Dominic takes that crashing car provided by our friends at Cody Chevrolet in Montpelier down into turn number 3. He'll bring that car back around and down the front straightaway as John Mason will go crashing through the blazing board wall. Balance and courage combined in this very traditional stunt. Here he comes, John Mason. Get your head down, John, smashing through the board wall. Once again, John Mason from Waltham, Massachusetts. He looks none the worse for wear despite that fiery ordeal. They're coming back in front of the grandstand. The human battering ram. Here he is, John Mason, and his driver, Wild Bill Dominic, I just told you about. Here he is gaining speed, coming down the front straightaway, looking for a spot on the track. Pedal to the metal, cranks the wheel 180 degrees, and down Joey Chitwood III, Chevrolet Corvette. Here he comes down the front straightaway, spinning the car all the way around, Tim Chitwood. Remember, these are stock Chevrolets right off the show. Here comes Tim Chitwood out of turn number 1 in reverse. Down the front straightaway, he'll be spinning that automobile. Shifting on the fly. Goodbye, Tim Chitwood. Perfectly executed reverse spins. Now, of the ultimate in precision driving on all 4 wheels. Here he comes performing. Reverse spins. One good turn deserves another. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Joey Chitwood III and Tim Chitwood. The United States of America that hasn't witnessed the driving talents of Jimmy Canton. As for the star of our show, Tim Chitwood, I mentioned the fact he is the world's #1 ranked automobile stuntman. He is also the world record holder for driving an American-made automobile on 2 wheels. He accomplished this feat in Richmond, Virginia when he drove a Chevrolet 5.9 miles on 2 wheels. You're getting a taste of that right now. As for Joey Chitwood III, he's 22 years old. This is his first season driving on 2 wheels, one of only 13 drivers in the world with the ability to drive on 2 wheels. Coming out the side of Tim Chitwood's automobile, there he is, Kevin Butterfield, performing the aerial wing walk. You talk about balance. You talk about talent. There it is for you right there. On the side of that automobile, Tim Chitwood balancing the weight of the automobile and the weight of that stuntman. They finally power takeoff. And right now, Chuck Forson brings that jet-powered vehicle down the front straightaway. He's about to turn up the boost, 25% of the capacity of that jet engine for the Chevy Thunder Fire and Lightning Show. Right now, Chuck Forson really letting it all hang out there in the back straightaway. as he begins to turn up the boost, heading towards 6,000 horsepower. Now, when he comes down the front straightaway this time, he'll be performing something we call burner pops. All you folks along the fences can attest to the fact they are indeed burner pops, as you can feel the heat of Chevy Thunder. They just won't listen. Well, right now, you're about to see something no other jet-powered vehicle on Earth can do, and that's go in reverse. Chuck Fortson backing down the front straightaway. The culmination of over 12,000 man-hours spent in design and construction. Over $150,000 spent on the Chevy Thunder project. Chuck Fortson backing into position right now. Defying the laws of physics. Backing towards turn number 1 in reverse. As I mentioned at the top of this act, Chevy Thunder is indeed the world's fastest street legal pickup truck. By virtue of that engine in the front, we have it licensed in the state of Florida. As for the world record, we set it in a standing quarter mile when Chevy Thunder achieved a speed of 181.9 miles an hour. Now, what makes this remarkable is that Chevy Thunder weighs in at 7,000 pounds. That's a lot of metal moving down the drag strip at 181 miles an hour. Right now, you're about to see 6,000 horsepower unleashed by Chevy Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, Chevy Thunder, the world's ramp and jump that moving pickup truck. Here comes Tim Chitwood right now, coming into the front straightaway out of turn number 4. Here comes Corey Scott in a blaze of glory, gaining speed towards the ramp. He's on the ramp and up and over that moving ramp truck. The perfect execution of a Joey Chitwood Chevy Thunder Show exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is from Tampa, Florida, Corey Scott. Corey Scott. That vehicle provided by Cody Chevrolet, making his way towards a single ramp elevation. Gaining speed, he'll be up on the ramp, cranking the wheel, up and over on its roof. John Mason out there with crash rollovers. Now they check to see if he's all right. They're going to try to get that vehicle righted around as he hangs upside down inside the park there at the end of the ramps with all the impact of a head-on collision at 55 miles an hour. Here he comes out of turn number 3, headed towards turn number 4, gaining speed, coming down the front straightaway for the Hollywood Sidewinder crash, smashing into that vehicle over and over, Wild Bill Dominic. We get the high sign. He's emerging from the automobile. The master of mayhem, Wild Bill Dominic. Wild Bill Dominic. All time. He's now coming into those final turns before the front straightaway. Here he comes in a blaze of glory. Gaining speed. Will he have the proper speed? We say good luck, and may God be with you, Tim Chitwood. The perfect performance of the Chevrolet aerial rocket leap. And in a show where all the stuntmen are superb, Tim Chitwood is spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Tim Chitwood. And there they are, the stars of the Joey Chitwood Chevy Thunder Show.
night for the Pepsi Flying Tigers, and here's how they'll start, ladies and gentlemen. On the point, car number 22, the Caron's Auto Body, Pontiac and Gary Caron. Outside in the 31 machine, the Arlington Enterprises Buick Lance Furno from Williamstown in the 31. Mark Graves in the 47, the 97 of Dave Gibbs starts side by side in row number 2. Row 3, the 69 of Rupert Irwin and the 57 Jim Barton. They ran second and third last week in the main event. In row number 4, car 85, Mike Pelkey from the Granite City of Barrie. Outside, the Ford Thunderbird from Hyde Park is Red Mead. Big Bigelow in car number 4. The 13 is Richard Bootsy. Brian Campbell in the number 83 machine. The 80 is Michael Knapp. The 23, Mike Potter, 00. Steve Miller in the RL Barnaby trucking machine. The 5, Pat Corbett. 68 is Jim Silly. Berger Blake in the 27 and last week's winner, the Kentucky Colonel Tom Tiller. 25, David Whitcomb. The 16, Kent Stockwell. Joey LeCaire in the 15, the 75-3, Brian Campbell. We are set to go racing. 30-lap main event for the Pepsi Flying Tigers. Out of turn number 4, we've got a green. Trouble on the front chute, Steve Miller. Throws the right front off the 00, and we've got yellow. Holy cow, where'd I park my car tonight? Steve Miller loops the tire off the back end of the 00. And the RL Barnaby car, his night is over before it almost had begun. Night as he fails to complete the opening lap of the main. The Suntan Sam's WOKO Pontiac, Miller's car number 00, goes up on the Blake and Loso wrecker, and that'll be the night. Field is correct as they cross over on the front straightaway. Lights go down on the Cody Chevrolet pace car, and we're set to go racing. The Steve Miller automobile heading down pit road, and we're set for a go. Gary Caron and Lance Furno. Mark Graves and Dave Gibbs, the flipper, and Jimmy Barton. Then Mike Pelkey and Red Mead. One more time on a turn 4. Green is up. And another problem is Joey LeCaire throws one. Yellow is out again. A hard night on axles as now Joey LeCaire tosses the left rear. Can you believe this? LeCaire, the two-time Flying Tiger champion, now slaps the left rear axle off that automobile. He's the left rear accessories off that Ford Thunderbird. Two of the top runners here at Thunder Road, and 2 of the 3 drivers that are tied for the all-time lead in victories on the Tiger Tour are out early tonight. Miller and LeCaire take it to the garage, and we are lined up for a restart once again. Gary Caron and Lance Furno once again paired off to dance at the front of row 1. Mark Graves and Dave Gibbs, Rupert Irwin and Jimmy Barton, then Mike Pelkey and Red Mead, followed by Big Bigelow and the Richard Bootsy. Pace car is in, we're ready for a green. 22, Caron on the inside. 31, Furno on the outside, then Graves and Gibbs. Here they come one more time, and they've got a green. Caron on the inside has the break. 47, Mark Graves underneath Furno for second. Furno slams the door on Dave Gibbs to hold third. Gibbs is fourth. Then the 69, Rupert Irwin. 57, Jim Barton. And the 85, Mike Pelkey moving up the inside lane. 22, Gary Caron leads it, but here comes Marky Graves. Sideways out of 4. Side battle for the number 5 spot. 69, Rupert Irwin. 57, Jim Barton. Last week they were second and third at the end of the main event, and tonight they are on the move again. Barton on the outside has it. Jim Barton, 57, with a nose in front. Back comes the flipper on the back straightaway. Side The 22, Gary Carroll, your leader. 47, Mark Graves. Lance Furno. The 97 of Gibbs, and here comes Mike Pelkey to the inside. 85, Pelkey down low on the flipper, trying to take away the number 5 position. Pelkey on the low side in the Mopar. Rupert went up high. Trouble in the back chute as Red Mead gets nailed. Taylor's over the top. Pat Corbin, Mike Potter, and we've got a yellow. Yellow flag on the speedway. Red Mead in the number 1 machine. The 5 of Pat Corbin, Mike Potter, and over the top of turn 3 somewhere is the Kentucky Colonel. Tom Tiller, full bore over the top of turn 3. Red Mead is back underway. He shedded the nose on car number 1. Pat Corbett is out of the 5 with severe damage on the left front corner, and he's not happy. Still no sign of the Colonel as Red Mead goes to the garage area. Safety crews are out over the bank looking for Tom Tiller. That's too bad. They'll have to burn some midnight oil to get back in action this weekend with the Bud National 500 at Santa Ana. The ACT late models, the 77 may be able to rejoin this thing. If you have not yet bought yourself an advance sale ticket to Santa Ana, they will be on sale tomorrow and Saturday at the usual ACT advance sale ticket locations. The American Canadian Tour office in Waterbury, Al's French Fries in Burlington, M&M Beverage locations in Barrie and Montpelier. Car number 80. Gary Brown and the crew making some repairs on that machine. Knapp will fall in at the rear. Mike Knapp started 12th in this event, but he'll go all the way to the back now. Hey, Steve Miller is back with 8 laps complete, 22 remaining. Karen on the inside, Graves on the outside, then Furno and Gibbs, Pelkey, and the flipper. 22, Karen up the outside, has the lead on the back chute. One car down into the infield. It's the Tony Andrews machine. Brian Campbell in trouble in the 83. Campbell running slowly at the back. Jim Barton in the 57 also. Barton heading to the pits. Nope, keeps it on the track in the 57. Andrews trying to refire on the back straightaway. Puts Tony Andrews down a lap in the number 20. Gary Carrot, Mark Graves, and the 31 of Lance Furno. Andrews is rolling on the back chute. Carrot beginning to pull away in car number 22. He's got 5 car lengths in hand. The battle is for third as the rookie Lance Furno trying to hold off Mike Pelkey. Around the outside of David Gibbs. He takes over the number 5 spot. 83 Campbell, 57 Jimmy Barton to the garage area. And your leader continues to be Gary Carrot. He'll put a lap on Tony Andrews out of turn 4. Next time by. 15 down, 15 remaining for Gary Carroll in the 22 machine. Mark Graves is second. Lance Furno third. The 85, Mike Pelkey is fourth, then Big Bigelow in the 4. 6th spot belongs to the 97, Dave Gibbs, but around the outside, here comes the boot. Richard Bootsy in the 13, the 68, Jim Silly beginning to move now. Rupert Irwin falling off the pace in the 69, takes it high in the back straightaway. The flipper may be heading for the pits. Gary Carrot has led every step of the way in the 22. He is out in front. Mark Graves on his back bumper in second. The battle continues to be for third place. Lance Furno in the 31 of the 85, Mike Pelkey. Pelkey working hard on the back bumper of the rookie. Can't find a way by him on the back chute. Bigelow beginning to move in car number 4 now. Bigelow moving up in the Pontiac. Karen out of turn number 4 continues to show the way. Look out, Furno sideways in 4, hangs on to the number 3 spot. Lance Furno going high in the 31. 85 Pelkey moving in on him. Then Big Bigelow in the 4, the 13 Richard Bootsy, Jim Silly, and Dave Whitcomb beginning to move. The battle is for the number 3 position. 31, Lance Furno. 85, Mike Pelkey, then Big Bigelow and Jimmy and Richard Bootsy. 22, Karen, and the 47 of Graves have broken away from the field. 2-car battle at the front of the pack. Both drivers looking for their first wins of 1991. Karen in the Pontiac, Graves in the Ford, then the Buick of Lance Furno, Mike Pelkey in the Mopar, the top 4. Winding down now for Gary Karen and the Karen's Auto Pontiac. Two laps to go now. 2 to go for Gary Karen. Gary Karen looking for his 7th career victory on the Flying Tiger circuit. Challenge now for the number 3 spot. Pelkey moving outside. Lance Furno can't find room to race. Final time down the back straightaway. Flag to flag victory for the Tigers. Gary Karen, your winner. Mark Graves is second. Lance Furno with a solid third, followed by Mike Pelkey, Big Bigelow, Richard Bootsy, and Jim Silly. Number 7 for Gary Karen in the Karen's Auto Body Machine as he takes the inside pole start and runs away tonight. Great night for Mark Graves in the Ford Thunderbird. Only his 3rd week back on the Tiger Tour, and he comes home a solid 2nd. And the rookie Lance Furno in the 31 with a tremendous drive tonight as he brings the Arlington Enterprises machine home in 3rd. Flag to flag for Karen in the 22 machine. Tigers tonight, Gary Karen, Mark Graves, Lance Furno, the top 3. Let's go down to Ken Squire.
Well, let's go to 3rd place first tonight. Lance Furno from Williamstown had himself a tremendous ride. Let's have a great ovation for this kid that really came through.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
How about the ride? You had a great battle with a friend of yours in that Chrysler product for a while.
Yeah, he was all over me. It was tough. I don't know if he's going to get by me or not, but we managed to pull it off.
You did a great job of driving. He really gave you a lot of pressure, and you stayed up under it well.
Thanks a lot.
Are you headed for Sonera? You're going to sit that one out?
I don't know. We're debating now.
All right. Lance Furno, let's hear it again for number 31. Now let's get here with the guy who got married on this racetrack. And incidentally, if any of you want to do that, of course, the invitation's always open. It's for free. You can get married right out here anytime you want. He happened to do that, and tonight he's in second place. Mark, it's great to see you back. How about it for Mark Graves?
Thank you. I'd like to thank a few of my sponsors, Jerry Parentoni Paving, Travers Associates, Memorial Sandblast, which helped me out. They weren't really a sponsor, but they helped drastically. And all my pit crew and the long nights and long days that it took to get here.
Well, you've certainly put a nice car together. You seem nervous when it's over. You drove like there wasn't a nerve in your body.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, you did a great job tonight. Let's hear it again for Mark Graves, ladies and gentlemen. And as you heard Dave Moody say, your winner tonight, let's have a tremendous ovation for car number 22, Gary Karen. Nice run. It was pretty much yours all night long.
Well, we couldn't help it. You start on the pole, it's got to help.
Yeah, it did. Mark Graves tried to give you a run. This thing runs well. You drove it well.
Well, thank you. Mark Graves was running real good. I could see him there all the time. He was a threat.
Now, there's a 25-lap special for the Tigers up at Scenario. You're going to try to take that in, or you're going to sit that one out?
Well, I'm not going to be there myself. My brother's going to be running his car up there.
All right. Well, terrific. Well, congratulations tonight on a great run. Certainly gives yourself proud. Let's hear it again, ladies and gentlemen, for Gary Karen. And the winner of the Bond Auto Award tonight is Dave Whitcomb. You really had your hands full out there.
Yeah, it was kind of a funny race tonight. I just snuck through all the accidents, which was real lucky, and the car went pretty good. You know, not real good, but it went okay.
Yeah, it was a strange race because the front guys got out and out back. They just kind of settled down and worked their own way. First the inside line worked, then after that crash up in 3, it was the outside lane that was beginning to take place.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way the track seemed to be. It seemed kind of funny to me all night. I never really got the car hooked up real good, but, you know, here I am out here anyway, so.
Well, congratulations to you on behalf of Bond Auto for a really fine job. Let's hear it for Dave Whitcomb, who always gives you a great race anytime he performs here at the Site of Excitement. There's another event to follow. It's the B on the street stocks. We know a lot of you have youngsters and want to get yourselves home, and if you want to, by all means, take leave. Be very careful if you're staying. Again, those parking lots tonight, we have a lovely audience here, so be patient with each other, and hopefully you'll all be back next week. There's another event lining up to be run. Again, the pits will be open after the races. That's one of the nice things.
Allen Lumber Street Stocks, ready to shake, rattle, and roll. Final event of the night. The 42, Paul Phillips. The 17, Robert Patton in row number 1. Steve Lovely in the 54, the 71 of Wild Bill Barkham. The 78 machine is Don Lowell, the 00, Joe Steffen. Sean McFarland in the 84, the 69, Big Daddy, Don LaHue. Skip Patton in the number 10, the 73 is Craig Vance. Hertbull, Perry, Fleming in the number 5 machine, and the 80 of Doug Murphy. 68, Spuds McKenzie, the 03 of Ronnie Weston. Brandon Moody in the 58, the 19, Jerry Humiston, 77, Frenchie LaFountain, and a diver change tonight in the 87 machine. Claude Cross has found himself a ride after all. So Cross will start in the 87 on the tail tonight. Final event of the 1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've been informed next Thursday night will be the mid-season championship for the street stocks that they missed when they got thrown out a couple of weeks ago. Next week will be the double points race for the Crunch Bunch and the B Features Undergrade. Paul Phillips in the 42. Phillips into the infield. Whoop, whoop. Bounding through the snow he goes. Don't come. No, don't do that. That would not have been a good move. Wild Bill Barkham in the 71 is your leader. The 54 is Steve Lovely. 78, Don Lowell. Then Joe Steffen downstairs in the 00 for 4th. Inside for the number 5 spot, right behind the 73 of Craig Vance. Wild Bill Barkham. He's flipped twice this year. He's on his 3rd race car of 91, and right now he's a leader. 54, Steve Lovely is 2nd. The 78 of Don Lowell is 3rd. 3-car breakaway at the front. Then in the 00, Joe Steffen. Big Daddy and Craig Vance. Purple Perry's headed to the pits. Ron Weston, the 03 up on the outside, having problems. Weston may have a flat tire. No, he's dragging a bumper too. He's got all kinds of difficulties. Hold on to your hats. They're coming up to put a lap on the 42. Phillips in the 42 now about to get lapped by the 71 of Wild Billy Barkham. Steve Lovely now gaining ground. The 54 is there on the front straightaway. The 71 hanging on to it. 71 Barkham, 54 Lovely, then the 78 of Lowell. Top three automobiles. Bill Barkham beginning to pull away now. The 71 machine out in front. Two-car runaway at the front. Barkham and Lovely. The 78 of Lowell beginning to be reeled in by Joe Steffen now. 00 Steffen. 69 Don LaHue, and then the Spudster on the outside. Laps winding down on the B feature for the Crunch Bunch. 5 laps to go this time. 4 laps remaining. Second, the battle now for third. Here comes the Spudster up the outside. Oh, Big Daddy nailed the Spudster. Those guys are teammates. The 69 just dumped his own teammate. Black flag for Big Daddy. A black flag for Don LaHue. Leader out of turn 4, Bill Barkham. 2 to go. Robert Patton almost off the track in a 70. Look out, right in front of the leader. Out of turn 4. Here comes the white flag for Billy Barkham. Steve Lovely is second. Flag is out. Wild Bill Barkham, your winner. Steve Lovely second. The 78 of Lowell across the line gets third by a nose. Do we have a police officer to the tower, please? 71, Wild Bill Barkham. On his third car of 1991, he totaled one, he flipped the other, but this time around he's a winner. Great run for Billy Barkham. Steve Lovely second in the 54, the 87, nope, the 78, I believe, is third. Could we have a police officer to the tower, please? Up tonight as the B feature for the streets goes, what was it, wire to wire? Ken Squire is down trackside with the happy top 3.
All right, well, great night tonight. Don't forget, next week is another spectacular show here. Hope you'll come and bring your friends and have a great time. Well, the generations of Barkhams continue. And here is the cousin of Ron Barkham. So you're what, the 3rd or 4th generation of racers? Wild Bill Barkham. We haven't had a Wild Bill since Wild Bill Biggins back in the 50s. Congratulations on a great run.
Thanks. It's been a long time coming. Destroyed 2 cars. My crew stuck with me. My girlfriend stuck with me. My sponsors, Gordy Pickett's, TNR Garage. I knew it was coming, just had to wait for it.
You drove it really well tonight. Let's have a nice round of applause for Bill Barkham, number 71. Another one of those Barkums, and those guys can really drive. From second place tonight from Warren, Vermont, Steve Lovely. Let's hear it for Steve. Some of your fans are hanging in there tonight. Nice run.
Thank you. We got a few. I was trying to catch Bill. I wanted to give my niece and nephew their little anniversary present. It's Monday, so.
Oh.
Anniversary. They'll take second.
All right, well, they did a good job. Congratulations to you. See you next week here at the Road.
Sure be.
All right, and finally, third place tonight. Don Lowell from Wolcott. Anybody left here from Wolcott tonight? Up there in God's country.
I'd just like to thank my sponsors, Minosh Corporation, L&L Farm Equipment, and a special thanks to Mr. Stakes in East Hartford, Connecticut. They came down tonight to see me race. And I'd like to also thank my two boys for helping with my car, my brother-in-law, Kevin Sylvester, for helping me, and also my wife.
Well, you did a great job, and you remembered everybody he was supposed to thank. That's better than anybody else has done here tonight. Good luck to you next week. In the B main, the king of the road is Wild Bill Barkum. You're going to hear a lot more about him. Thank you so much for coming and being such a nice audience tonight. On behalf of Tom Curley, we hope you'll be coming back real soon. And don't forget, coming on Labor Day, it's the annual Milk Bowl. It's Vermont's biggest race. We think it's one of the most special races in the country. If you haven't seen it before, bring some friends and come on out. And if you're a regular, we know you'll be here for it. The American-Canadian Tour will return here with Jean-Paul Cabana, Robbie Crouch, Junior Handley, all the great new stars, Derek Lynch, will all be here for the Milk Bowl Labor Day weekend. The American